It's time for KRGV Channel 5's Masterminds, a program geared towards Valley High School academics. With your host, Tim Smith. Today in Round 2 competition, Edinburg North High School and Juan Diego Academy match wits in their quest to become this year's Masterminds champions.
Hey everybody, welcome to Masterminds Round 2 competition. Today it is Edinburg North and Juan Diego Academy. And let's get right to it with our quick start questions. Hands on your buzzer, students. Here we go. We start with a math question. It's arithmetic. 64.125 minus 50.375. And time is up. 13.750. Got to be a little quicker. Spell decipher. Juan Diego, Mike.
D-E-C-I-P-H-E-R.
That's correct. Between which two consecutive integers does the positive square root of 51 lie? That's Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
7 and 8.
Yes. What's the geometric mean of 2 and 32? Edinburg North, Mateo.
17.
No? Juan Diego, anybody? All right, Mike.
18.
No, it's 8. 3 Canadian provinces border on the Hudson Bay. Name any 2 of them. The time is up. Manitoba, Quebec, and Ontario. What are Lyrid, Eta Aquarid, Delta Aquarid, Perseid, Orionid, and Geminid? That's Juan Diego, Mike.
Moons of Saturn.
No? That's Edinburg North Jonathan.
Constellation.
No, they're meteor showers. Those are all meteor showers. When a meteorite strikes Earth's surface, the resulting depression is called what? That's Edinburg North Jonathan.
Crater.
Yes, that's right. What do Ray Bradbury, Jules Verne, and H.G. Wells have in common in terms of literary genre? That's Juan Diego, Mike.
Science fiction.
Yes, that's right. What were ancient bricks made from? Edinburg North Jonathan.
Mud.
That's right. Rappahannock, Roanoke, and Richmond are all found in what state? That's Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
Virginia.
That's right, and that wraps up our quick start for today.
Masterminds is supported in part by Navy Army Community Credit Union.
So after our quick start, our scores Edinburg North 40, Juan Diego 20. Before we go any farther, let's meet our judge. We have one judge this week. She's here from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. We know she's going to do a great job all by herself. Please welcome Dr. Noreen Rivera, Assistant Professor in the Department of Literatures and Cultural Studies. Making all the hard calls today. Before we get to hot topics, let's start by meeting the team from Juan Diego. We'll start on the end with Ricky. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Ricky. I'm a senior, and I like to play golf.
Great, welcome.
I'm the student council president and the yearbook editor-in-chief.
Terrific, welcome.
Hi, I'm Miguel Ramirez. I'm a senior. I'm the main photographer for Yearbook, and I'm a coder for my school's robotics club.
Fantastic. Welcome to the team from Juan Diego Academy in today's Masterminds competition. All right, it's time for Hot Topics. Juan Diego, you're playing by yourselves on this, okay? You don't need your buzzers. Take the first answer we hear from the team on each one of these. Again, you're playing by yourselves. Who are the 2 team captains for this year's NBA All-Star Game?
LeBron and Curry.
That's right. Even though he's paid over $10 billion in taxes, this Microsoft founder believes he and other people of wealth should pay higher taxes. Name him. Don't ring in, just say it.
Bill Gates.
That's correct. Why was a family of 23 people recently removed from a Carnival cruise ship in Australia recently?
Smuggling charges?
No, they were fighting with everybody. They were trying to pick fights with everybody they saw, so they threw them off the boat. But it puts you up to 40 points, makes the score a tie. Now let's meet the team from Edinburg North. We'll start with Guadalupe.
Oh, hello, I'm Guadalupe, and I am in UIL Social Studies and Current Events.
Great.
My name is Mateo Gutierrez. I am a senior. I am part of the National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society. I compete in UIL calculator applications in science, and I am a section leader of our school's marching band.
Fantastic. Glad to have you here.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Gaitan. I do NHS, SNHS, UIL Science, and Science Bowl.
Terrific. Welcome to Team Edinburg North. Glad to have you here participating in today's Masterminds. It's time for your hot topics now. Again, 3 questions about current events. Don't need your buzzers on this one. I will take the first answer that I hear from the team, okay? Here we go. Why is assistant football coach Aaron Feiss and geometry teacher Scott Beigel being considered heroes in the shooting at the high school in Parkland, Florida?
They sacrificed their lives?
That'll work, I think. Yeah, that'll work. Yes. Why have nearly 10,000 Philippines workers departed Kuwait to return to their homeland?
They don't have citizenship.
No Philippine worker was found murdered, so they're all leaving. This film had the biggest February debut of all times and is also the top grossing movie ever by a black director and majority black cast. Name it.
Black Panther.
That's correct. 2 out of 3 correct. That makes the score Edinburg North 60, Juan Diego 40. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be time to meet the teacher coordinators, do quick picks, the grab bag round, that and more. Masterminds continues right after the break. Welcome back to Masterminds. It is Edinburg North and Juan Diego in today's round 2 competition. Let's take a moment and meet the teacher coordinators from the 2 schools. We'll start with Juan Diego. Paula, you're up.
This is Mr. Casso. Apart from being our coach, he's also the girls basketball coach and our social studies teacher.
Terrific. Welcome. Thanks for being part of the program. We appreciate it. And Edinburg North, Mateo.
So this is Mr. Sines. He's the mastermind sponsor at our school. He teaches art and art appreciation both at our school and at South Texas College, and this year marks his 10th year as the sponsor.
Fantastic. Welcome. Good to have you back. Thanks for being part of the program. Our teacher coordinators help the students get ready to go. All right, students, now it's time for quick picks. We're going to ask you questions about the pictures we're about to show you on the TV screen, so take a look. You need your buzzers. We're all playing. Here comes the first quick pick of the day. Who is this former First Lady of the 16th President of the United States? Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
Mary Todd Lincoln.
That's exactly right. While this may look like a kangaroo and her child, this creature is smaller in size than a kangaroo. What is it? That's Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
Wobbly.
Yes. This is a picture of the first lunar module to land on the moon. Was it the lunar module for Apollo 11, 12, or 13? Edinburg North, Jonathan.
11.
That's right. This conquistador is known for his role in the fall of the Aztec Empire. Who was he? Juan Diego Paula. I'm sorry?
Hernán Cortés.
That's correct. This is what copper looks like in its natural form. What is the symbol for copper on the periodic table? Edinburg North, Jonathan.
CU.
That's correct. These are turkeys. What famous American once proposed the turkey be named the national bird of the United States? Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
Benjamin Franklin.
That's right. The nation flying this flag is bordered by Nicaragua to the north and Panama to the southeast. What country is it? Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
Costa Rica.
That's Costa Rica, missing a little piece, but that's what it is. This is the famous photo of Harry S. Truman holding up a mistaken Chicago Tribune headline. In what year was this picture taken? All right, Juan Diego Mike.
1947.
No? Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
1948.
It was 1948, yes. This is Amsterdam, the capital city of what country? Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
The Netherlands.
That's right. And finally, what country is represented on this map? That's Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
Syria.
That's exactly right, and that wraps up our quick picks for today.
Masterminds is supported in part by Navy Army Community Credit Union.
So after quick picks, it's Edinburg North 150, Juan Diego 50. That means as we head to the grab bag round, Juan Diego, you get to go first. So Dr. Rivetta has 3 envelopes from which to choose, 1, 2, and 3. You can choose any one you'd like.
Number 3.
Number 3. Number 3 it is. All right, you've got 60 seconds to answer the 10 questions in this envelope, all related to one category. If you don't know one, say pass. Remember, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time within the 60 seconds, okay? Category you've chosen is pick a number from 1 to 10. You're going to answer these math questions with a number from 1 to 10. All right? 60 seconds, here we go. What's the smallest natural number? Just say it.
1.
Yes. When 2 parallel lines are cut by a transversal, how many pairs of corresponding angles are formed?
6.
8.
No. What's the greatest common divisor of 77 and 91?
7.
Yes. What's the number of faces of a prism if it has a quadrilateral for a base?
9.
No. What is 64 to the 1/6 power?
4.
No. If a cube has a volume of 27 cubic inches, what's the area of one of its faces?
9.
Yes. What's the product of a non-zero number and its multiplicative inverse?
4.
I'm sorry?
4.
No, it's 1. If the circumference of a circle equals its area, what's the diameter? Not going to matter. That's the end of our time. How many we get correct? 3 correct. It puts you up to 65 points. Let's go over the others. When 2 parallel lines are cut by a transversal, there are 4 pairs of corresponding angles formed. The number of faces of a prism, if it has a quadrilateral for a base, is 6. 64 to the 1/6 power is 2. And the product of a non-zero number and its multiplicative inverse is 1. Okay, now Edinburg North, 2 envelopes remain, numbers 1 and 2. You can choose any one you'd like.
Number 1.
Number 1 it is. All right. Same rule, 60 seconds. Pass if you don't know one. Don't need your buzzers. Your category is rocks.
Ooh.
Okay? I can see you got rocks in your head this time. That's not a good response. We'll see. Okay, we're going to ask you to classify each of these as igneous, metamorphic, or sedimentary. Okay? Here we go. Basalt.
Igneous.
Yes. Granite.
Metamorphic.
No. Limestone.
Sedimentary.
Yes. Marble.
Metamorphic.
Yes. Obsidian.
Metamorphic.
Igneous.
Or metamorphic first. No. Pumice.
Igneous.
Yes. Quartzite.
Marble. Oh,
No.
sorry, metamorphic.
Sandstone.
Sedimentary.
Yes. Schist.
Sedimentary.
No. Shale.
Sedimentary.
Yes, and that's all of them. No passes. How do we do? 6 correct. Well done. Granite is igneous. Obsidian is igneous. Quartzite is metamorphic. And schist is metamorphic. So you got 6 out of 10. Now 1 envelope remains. No one chose, which is envelope number 2. So we all play on this one, okay? So you need your buzzers on this. No one chose all systems go. I'm going to name a body part, and you tell me the system which it belongs to, all right? I'll name a body part, you tell me the system to which it belongs. Need your buzzers. Here we go. Artery. Juan Diego Academy.
Cardiovascular.
Sorry?
Cardiovascular.
No. Edinburg North? Anybody? Time is up. Circulatory. Ovary. Edinburg North, Jonathan.
Sexual reproduction. Reproductive.
Yes, I think yes, that'll take. Deltoids. Edinburg North, Mateo.
Skeletal.
No. Juan Diego, anyone? Okay, Ricky.
Integumentary.
No, it's muscular. Supraorbital ridge. That's Juan Diego. Mike.
Muscular.
No. Edinburg North, Jonathan.
Skeletal.
Yes. Kidneys. Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
Excretory.
Yes. Pituitary. Juan Diego Paula.
Endocrine.
Sorry?
Endocrinal.
Yes. Brain. Edinburg North, Jonathan.
Nervous.
Yes. Melanin. And time is up. That was going to be intergumentary or skin was going to be that one. All right, so the score after our round is Edinburg North 220, Juan Diego 75. Doing well. We've got a good game going on. We're going to take a break. We come back. It'll be time for art and music. Don't go away. Welcome back to Masterminds Round 2 competition today. Edinburg North and Juan Diego Academy. North's in the lead 220 to 75 right now. It is time for art and music. We start with top art. Going to head to the art museum. Show you a piece of artwork. Ask you to identify the artist or the work. The first one here is for 20 points. The artist or the work, please. Juan Diego, Mike.
Monet.
No? Edinburg North, anyone? And time is up. Place du Théâtre Français by Camille Pissarro is what that is. But here's another for 20 points. All right, Edinburg North, Jonathan.
Roses.
Roses? No, it's not roses. It's okay to guess, though. Juan Diego, Mike.
Monet.
Monet. No, this is Renoir. Vase of Flowers 2 by Pierre-Auguste Renoir. So we're 0 for arts. Let's try music now. And listen carefully. Identify the composer or the work. Again, for 20 points, the composer or the work. All right, Juan Diego, Mike.
Rachmaninoff.
No, not Rachmaninoff. Nice try. North, anybody? All right, Jonathan.
Vivaldi.
No, this is Schubert. It's ballet music number 2. But we have one more. Let's give it a try. 20 points. Here we go. All right, Juan Diego, Mike.
Beethoven.
No, it's not Beethoven. Edinburg North, Mateo.
Mozart.
It is Mozart. Turkish March. I was about to tear up this card and throw it away. We got 1 out of 4. So we're going to save this card for a while. That makes the score Edinburg North 240, Juan Diego 75. We're going to take a break. We come back. It'll be time for the final stretch. We'll find out which one of these teams is moving on to the next round of competition. Don't go away. Welcome back to Masterminds. We're in round 2 right now with Edinburg North and Juan Diego. The score is Edinburg North 240, Juan Diego 75. It is time for the final stretch. I'm going to ask questions till that final bell rings. Whoever's leading will move on to the next round of competition. Everybody's playing, hands on your buzzers. Here we go. Energy resources formed from once living organisms that decayed are termed what? That's Juan Diego, Ricky.
Fossil fuels.
That's correct. Name in chronological order the 3 fundamental American documents signed in Independence Hall. All right, Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
Declaration of Independence, Articles of Confederation, U.S. Constitution.
That's correct. Well done. Solve this equation for x. The square root of x plus 3 plus the square root of x equal 3. Edinburg North, Guadalupe.
X equals 1.
That's correct. What Roman Catholic doctrine holds that the teachings of the Church are immune from error because of divine dispensation? Juan Diego Paula.
Papal infallibility.
Yes. Math question. Frank kept $200 in his savings account for 1 year. If his money earned 5.5% simple annual interest, how much interest did he get in a year? Edinburg North, Jonathan.
15.
No? Juan Diego, anyone? All right, Ricky.
35.
I'm sorry?
35.
No, it was $11. In 1687, this neighbor of Miles Standish became the last signer of the Mayflower Compact to die. Can you name him? All right, Juan Diego, Mike.
Smith.
No? Edinburg North, anybody? And time's up. John Alton is who it was. On which river on March 6, 1945, did an advance party of the U.S. Army capture the railway bridge at Remagen and make its passage over the only bridge not blown up by the retreating Germans? That's Edinburg North, Mateo.
The Rhine.
That's right. What is the name of the kind of speech given at a political convention that sets the tone of the gathering and addresses the major issues? That's Juan Diego, Ricky.
State of the Union.
No. Edinburg North, anybody? All right, Guadalupe.
The agenda.
No, it's the keynote address. The orator's harangue fell on deaf ears. How do you spell harangue? That's Juan Diego, Mike.
H-A-R-A-N-G-U-E.
That's correct. Well done. What 8-letter word beginning with R refers to a chemical change in which the molecules are... Edinburg North, Jonathan.
Reaction.
That's right. Snow ski slopes and trails and maps of the same are coded with 3 colors to indicate degrees of difficulty. What do the green, blue, and black color codes represent? All right, Juan Diego, Mike.
Easy, medium, and hard.
Specifically, which is which?
Green one's easy, red is medium, black is hard.
No. Judge, you're going to accept the answer or no? No, okay. Just want to make sure. Edinburg North, anybody want to try it? Not a lot of downhill skiers here, right? Okay, it was green is beginner, blue is intermediate, and black is expert or most difficult. Green, blue, and black. Identify the command used in BASIC to tell the computer to jump to the specified statement number. All right, Juan Diego, Mike.
Go to.
Yes. I'm more elastic than nylon, 5 times stronger than steel, and can be found hanging in corners and eaves. What am I? Juan Diego Paula.
Spiderwebs.
Yes. Which work by which Alabama author? Let me read that again. Which work by which Alabama author opens with the line, "When he was nearly 13, my brother Jim got his arm badly broken at the elbow." Juan Diego, Mike.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
By
Hawkins.
no. Edinburg North. Anyone want to try? And time is up. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. It was which work by which author? According to legend, the Chinese Emperor Shennong brewed the first cup of what in 2737 BC? That's Edinburg North, Jonathan.
Tea.
That's right. What is the nationality of the poet who wrote these lines? Furu iki ya, kawasu tobi komu. Juan Diego
Japanese.
Paula. I'm sorry?
Japanese.
That's correct. Which of these is not a gastropod? The slug, conch, anemone, abalone, or cowrie? That's Juan Diego, Mike.
Anemone.
Yes, that's right. In properly organized crop rotation, why are legumes such as soybeans, alfalfa, and clover planted in the 3rd and last stage? That's Juan Diego Paula.
Because they enrich the soil.
Yes, nitrogen-rich plants that replenish the soil. In feudalism, it defined the relation which existed between the lord of the manor and the tenant. In politics, it's both the manner by which an office is held as well as the duration of the term. In education, it guarantees that a teacher's position is permanent. What's the word? Juan Diego Paulo.
Tenure?
I'm sorry?
Tenure?
Yes, that's correct. All of these men were famous sports figures before entering acting except Johnny Weissmuller, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Buster Crabbe, Jim Brown, or Audie Murphy. Juan Diego Mike.
Mr. Crab?
No? Edinburg North, anybody? Jonathan?
Murphy.
Yes, Audie Murphy's correct. In Alice in Wonderland, what was the Queen of Hearts' stock response to the slightest indiscretion? Juan Diego Paulo.
Have their heads cut off?
Judge?
Off with their heads?
There you go, that'll work. Yes, it's a specific quote, so I had to say that. Math question. A force of 33 newtons gives an object an acceleration of 1.5 meters per second squared. What's the mass of the object? That's Edinburg North.
12.
Juan Diego, anyone? All right, Ricky?
22.7.
No, it's just 22 kilograms. An airline pilot flying directly from El Salvador to Cuba would have to fly over what other nation in Central America? Juan Diego Paulo.
Panama?
No? North Guadalupe.
Belize.
No, Honduras. Math question, the sum of two numbers is 24, and their product is 143. What are these two numbers? Juan Diego Mike.
12 and 4.
No. North, anybody? And time is up, 13 and 11. Winston Churchill described it as the worst disaster in British history when General Percival surrendered his 16,000 British, 14,000 Australian, and 32,000 Indian troops to the Japanese. In which island city did the surrender occur? Juan Diego Ricky.
Dunkirk.
No? Edinburg North, Mateo.
Okinawa.
No, Singapore. In the chemical reaction involving ionic species in aqueous solution, there are usually additional ionic species present that neither actively nor passively participate. That's Edward North Jonathan.
Precipitates.
No. Participate in the reaction. What are they called? Anybody Juan Diego want to try? All right, Ricky.
Products.
No, they're spectator ions. Passed in 1906, it declared food to be adulterated if anything had been added to reduce strength or quality, conceal damage or inferiority, or render the product harmful to health. What specific law are we talking about? Juan Diego Mike.
Clean Food and Water Act.
No. Edinburg North, anybody? And time's up. The Pure Food and Drug Act. Keep in the right direction. In Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls, what is the task of the American hero? And time is up. It was to blow up a bridge. There are two particular traits of civilization in the animal kingdom that are only shared by ants and humans. Neither is particularly laudable. Name either one of the practices. That's Juan Diego Paulo.
Organization?
I'm sorry?
Organization?
Organization? No. With anybody? All right, Jonathan.
Architecture.
No, they both conduct wars against their own species, and they've both been known to enslave their peers. We'll move on. How many witches were burned at the stake in Salem, Massachusetts? That's Juan Diego Ricky.
None.
That's right. Math question, what is the first derivative of tangent x? Juan Diego Paulo.
Secant squared x?
Yes. The body of a fish is coated by a secretion of slimy mucus. This coating serves two basic purposes. Name either one of them. Juan Diego Paulo.
Protection?
Protection? Except protection? Yeah, that'll work. It's lubricating the body to aid its movement through the water, and then an antiseptic to help ward off fungi and bacteria, so that'll work. Discovered by Magellan in 1521, this island was the first U.S. possession occupied by Japan in World War II. Can you name it? Edinburg North Guadalupe.
Is it the Philippines?
It is not the Philippines. No? Juan Diego, anybody want to try it? All right, Mike.
Guam.
Guam is correct, and there's the bell signaling the end of our game, which makes our final score. Edinburg North 300, Juan Diego 215. Turned out to be a good game. We want to congratulate all the students for their participation today. We want to thank our judge for being here once again. We appreciate Dr. Rivetta for all the work you do. Edinburg North, we'll see you in the next round. We'll see you at home next week for another exciting competition of Masterminds.